Welcome to Streams of Income with self-help author Ryan Rieger. For the next hour, you'll hear proven methods for how to live the multiple income streams dream. Ryan is passionate about helping others discover their gifts and start their own business. He's published 5 books, and his courses and group coaching programs have changed the lives of thousands of students all over the world. Ryan's books include Private Label, The Easy Way, Finding Your Grace Place, and his latest, Streams of Income. And now, here's your host, Ryan Rieger.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Streams of Income radio show. I am your host, Ryan Rieger, and today you just got me. Hopefully that's okay. Once in a while I like to do solo episodes, and I definitely enjoy chatting with guests. I learn a ton when I interview people. Guys, that's one of the benefits of having a podcast is I get to interview some really, really cool people. And I learn a ton when I'm on these Zoom calls that I do with folks. So if you ever have a desire to start a podcast, I'd say do it, because it will open up doors for you. If you're looking for, in fact, that's one of my secret sauces in business, is if you're looking to get the attention of somebody that has a bigger email list than you, they're just somebody that you think, man, it'd be really, really amazing if this person would know about me, if they would promote what I have going on, if they would partner with me in some way. Well, instead of simply just reaching out to that person that you don't know and saying, hey, I'm over here, I have a course that I think your audience would be interested in. If you have a podcast, now you have something that you can offer that person, and you're serving them. You are putting them on your stage. Now, it may be small, it may be a small stage to start with, and that's okay. But let me tell you, if somebody, especially if they are in like book launch mode or course launch mode, somebody who has a much bigger audience than you, they are going to be really likely to be on your show because they want to get that word out to as many people as possible. So, little secret there. If you have a desire, you're going into coaching, a course, any business that you need to create an audience, build an audience, build an email list, then a podcast is an awesome addition, an awesome way to generate leads for that business, and an incredible tool for getting into the door of somebody that you may not otherwise be able to get to. And so podcast swaps are very powerful. You can even sometimes suggest that at the beginning, or wait until after you've gone through the interview with this person on your podcast and say, hey, so-and-so, I know that you have a podcast as well. If you think that I would be a fit for yours, I'd be glad to be a guest. Just something that simple. But now you've got that rapport with them. You've been able to spend, 20 to 40 minutes on a Zoom call with them. Now you have a bit of a relationship built up, and who knows where that can go. So little tip for you. But today I wanted to share something with you. I was in line to pick up my son from school. He's in kindergarten now. And I was scrolling through and saw a video from Pat Flynn. I just want to share this because this was so super powerful. Okay, here we go.
Okay, I'm going to tell you the secret to starting a successful business, and I want to make this as plain and simple as possible. Find one person and help them solve one problem. That's it. If you can't find one person, then good luck trying to find 10, 100, 1,000. Find one person in one particular market and help them to achieve a result of sorts, something that was inconvenient for them before, something that they've had a massive struggle with. You don't need a website. You just need to help that person. And when you do, not only will you get that person a result, and now you have a testimonial, now you have an idea that's proven or disproved. Maybe you try this and you are like, wow, I don't like this market anymore. Either way, it's a win. But once you get that result, it unlocks something in your brain that allows you to go out there and find more people like them. And the truth is, you don't need a million or even thousands of people. You just need a few to create something amazing for you in your life and a business that you can be proud of.
Wow, isn't that powerful? One thing I saw that kind of just jumped out to me in that little clip was you don't even need a website. You'd be amazed at how many people reach out to me and think that they have to have all of their ducks in a row. They've got to have an LLC. They've got to have a website. They've got to have a business plan. And guys, there's absolutely nothing wrong with any of those things. It's not bad to prepare and to plan and to think ahead. But you know what? What's so cool about this most of these internet businesses is you can try them very quickly. You can try them without usually any money, with very little of your time to test these things out. What I say is you can fail fast, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with failing. Failure is a stepping stone into what your real thing is. You will figure it out as you go. And so I have a lot of folks that think they have to have it all put together, all this whole fancy package, and then they'll start their business. Guys, start now. Do not wait. Do not wait for a pretty website. Do not wait until you have 100,000 people on your email list. Do not wait until everything is, quote, perfect. Guys, it will never be perfect. There's a scripture in Ecclesiastes. I'm going to read it. It's in Ecclesiastes 11, verse 4, and I'll read a few scriptures beyond that. He who observes the wind and waits for all conditions to be favorable will not sow, and he who regards the clouds will not reap. As you know not what is the way of the wind, or how the spirit comes to the bones in the womb of a pregnant woman, even so you know not the work of God who does all. In the morning sow your seed, and in the evening withhold not your hands, for you know not which shall prosper, whether this or that, or whether both alike will be good. This is like having different ideas. You're not sure which idea is the best. Try one. Start it now. I watched a clip. Also, I was on Facebook yesterday and saw a clip from Gary Vee, and it was a younger kid asking him, I have so many good ideas for business. I don't know which one to do first. And Gary Vee says, pick one. And the kid says, well, how do I know which one's the right one? He says, you don't. He said, just pick one and do it. He said, if you're so good at all these things, you can do all of them eventually. Gary Vee's involved in he's got his VaynerMedia, he's got his wine business, he's got a lot of different things going on. He didn't start them all at once, but pick one and start it. I have I'll go into that in a second here, but I'll keep reading here. In the morning sow your seed, and in the evening withhold not your hands, for you know not which shall prosper, whether this or that, or whether both alike will be good. Truly the light is sweet, and a pleasant thing it is for the eyes to behold the sun. So we'll stop there. But 11 verse 4, Ecclesiastes 11 verse 4 is the main one I wanted to read here. He who observes the wind and waits for all conditions to be favorable will not sow, and he who regards the clouds will not reap. Guys, there's never going to be a perfect time to start your business. There's always going to be excuses that you can give. I mean, there's always going to be opportunities to say, I'll wait a little bit. I'll wait till this happens. I'll wait till this. I'll wait till this. Nah, start it now. Do it now. Do it today. Get something started today. That's one of the biggest pieces of advice that I can give folks who have a business idea that want to get it going, and they're not sure exactly which way to go or how to go about it. Just start. Do something. Let me give you an example. I was on a call yesterday with somebody who is interested in doing some coaching. She feels like she wants to go into one-on-one coaching. She has a background in child protective services, but also just feels called to help people who are just feel downtrodden by life. Also, she's went through a tough time with her siblings after her parents passed away, and just the battle with the estate and all that. And she says, I think I could actually turn that into a program where I help people through that process. And either maybe they've gone through that and they have relationships with their siblings that have been torn apart, and she's kind of like the relationship repairer there, or even before it happens, to make sure it doesn't happen. And I just encouraged her with this. And let me tell you, no matter what business you're thinking about doing, I think this will help you, especially if you're thinking about coaching or a course or a book or anything like that. And this is just right in line with what Pat Flynn just said on that clip. Just find one person. So here's what you could do. I said, first of all, I see, this topic, it could definitely be one-on-one coaching. It could be a whole course. You could have a course of steps. I asked her, is there a kind of a process that you would take people through? And she goes, yeah, it's almost like the grief process, where there are different stages of this. And I said, well, if you have some specific steps that you can take people through, you've got a course, you've got a mentorship program, you have a membership community. You could easily, if you have a course, you could have a membership community where people are paying monthly to be a part of this. I said, you've got a book in you for sure. Now, not that you have to do all these things. You may start with one, just don't get overwhelmed with all that's possible. But I told her, I definitely see a book, I see a course, I see a membership community. You could totally be speaking at places and talking about this topic. You could get paid to speak. You could get paid. You could go even speak for free. And those leads go to your book, to your course, to your membership community, to your one-on-one coaching program. And again, not all this has to happen at once or even at all. You can start with one and it can grow from there. You could start one-on-one coaching and then add a course. You could start with a course and then add the membership. You could start the book and it goes into a course. There's just so many ways to go about it. But, with all those opportunities, do not let that stop you from getting started, because it can be overwhelming thinking, man, I could do this and this and this. Pick one and do it. Pick one thing that's going to be the easiest for you to get started. If for you is writing a book, write that book. If it's starting a podcast, do that. If it's going to speak somewhere, do that. So here's one of my pieces of advice for her was to say, you don't need a website. You don't need any of the fancy things for a business. Just find somebody that you can serve. Find somebody that's in that position that you feel like you are called to serve. So I helped her drill down to who she feels called to serve. Who do you think who she thinks that she would benefit the most or could serve the best right now? And I said, okay, find that person. Either go into Facebook groups where those people are and just start answering questions. People will stalk you. I've talked about this before, where if you're in somebody else's Facebook group and you are just serving, you're answering questions. You're not in there saying, hey, over here, I have a coaching program. Come buy my stuff. Come buy my course. None of that. You're literally just serving that group well, serving those people well. Go into those. You may join several groups like that and find the people that you feel like you can serve the best. And what's going to happen is they're going to see your answers and be like, wow, she knows what she's talking about. He knows what he's talking about. They're going to find you on Facebook. And then that's going to lead them to what you'll need is a lead magnet, something that you can give to them, like an ebook, some PDF download in exchange for their email. And you start building an email list of people that you can serve. It could go into as simple as, even just a discovery call. So somebody, let's say that you're in a Facebook group of people that you want to serve, or you feel like maybe this is my group here. Maybe these are the people that I want to serve here. You don't even worry about lead magnet yet. If you want to do coaching, for example, one-on-one coaching, let's say, and you get people that private message you like, wow, your answer to my question was awesome. I want to know more. You could say, hey, I have a coaching program. Let's do a totally free 30-minute discovery call just to see if we might be a fit. Or you want to go deeper with this. I do free 15-minute calls, free 30-minute calls, whatever you want to do. After a call like that, you will discover, number one, are these my right people? Is this the right person that I need to be aiming to serve? Are these the people that I need to be finding all over the internet? You're also going to find out after this call with this person is, did I get off of this call and was I like drained? Was it like, whoa, that was hard, I didn't expect that? Or did you come off that call just on a super high, like you just helped that person overcome something and now you want to find another one? Well, if you have that feeling where you just got off that call and you're like, wow, that didn't feel like work at all, then you might have found something. You might have found something that is at least one of your things. So you just go do that again. And so like Pat Flynn said, just find that one person that you can serve. So another thing I said is you might even just go on to Facebook and post like, hey, friends, family, I feel called to help this type of person with this type of situation. Do you know anybody that I could get on a free, quick 30-minute call with them to see if I can help them? It could be as simple as that, guys. You could start a coaching program literally just by creating a post on Facebook, by sending emails to friends and family. I read a book called The Power of Who by Bob Bodine, and I probably need to get him on the podcast, at least reach out to him and see if he'd be interested in doing that. But that book was so powerful because he says you have everybody right now in your network that you need to do what you're called to do. So just think about people that you already know. Think about who they might know. So let's say that you're going down the route of you're creating a course. Well, who is that for? Who are those people that course is designed to serve? Well, who do you already know that's already there in that is your exact client. So the one-to-one strategy where you are going after and trying to serve that one person, trying to get on that one person's radar, or the one-to-many strategy. Who do I know that knows a lot of these people that I'm trying to serve? So let me give you an example. Let's say that you have a course on helping people make money online, and you found a unique way to make money online. Maybe it's a unique eBay strategy, and it's not, even if you have seen a lot of people do this, you read a book about it or another courses about it, doesn't mean you can't do one yourself. So that you have a unique strategy for making money on eBay, let's say. And so you think about who is the ideal person for this. Well, it could be other eBay sellers. It could be anybody that wants to make money online. You could put a post on Facebook saying, hey, I have a unique way to make money online. Last weekend, I made $500 doing this one thing. Who wants to know about it? You could do a free webinar with that. You could do, one-on-one calls with people that might be a fit for that program. Or even a better use of your time could be to find someone who's the gatekeeper of this niche. So who are the other eBay groups? If I'm an eBay seller, who am I listening to? What podcasts am I listening to? What books am I reading? Who am I following online? If you can get on that person's radar, then that's really, really good and a great use of your time, because then if there's a connection there, they get to know you and you're able to tell them, hey, I want to create a course around this. Really feel like your audience might be a fit for this. Would you like to have that conversation? Now you've opened the door. If you had a podcast, you can invite that person on your eBay podcast and then open that relationship up. So that's the one-to-one versus the one-to-many strategy. So to summarize this episode, what Pat Flynn said was the secret to business is to find one person and help them solve one problem. Guys, you can do that. You can totally do that. And once you do that, you're either going to be like, ooh, this wasn't quite the thing. I didn't really enjoy that. This is how you can get through ideas quickly. This is how you can test different things very quickly. Just find one person and help them with it. There's a lot of things that I could do that I don't do. For example, I could probably help somebody, build an email list. Like I could probably have an email list building course and strategy around that. Is that something I want to do? Yeah, I'd be totally willing to help some people do that once in a while. But to make that a whole thing, to turn that into a course, no, I don't really sense that that's, what I need to be spending my time on. Now, in some of the groups I have, sure, I'll help the people in there. They want to build an audience. I'll totally jump on a call with them, like people in the Legends group, if they're wanting to go a different direction with their business and need help with building an email list or creating a course. Am I going to jump on a call with them? Absolutely will. But just because it's something I can do doesn't mean it's something that I should do. But at the beginning, you may have 5 different things that kind of interest you that you're not really sure what the right one is. Well, as Gary Vee says, just pick one. If I was up there with him on stage, I'd probably say he's right. But here actually is a way that you can kind of sift through some of the ideas. And we've talked about this before in the podcast. And I think it might have been my friend Giovanna Ellison that talked about this, was the fast, easy, and profitable model. And even Darren Hardy mentions it, something like this. So which one is going to be the fastest to get started, the fastest to try anyway? Which one is going to be the easiest to get started? What's the least amount of hoops to jump through to get something started? And which one do you think is the most profitable? If you can filter out those 5 ideas through that 3-point framework, 1 or 2 should come out the winner, at least to try first. It doesn't mean that the other 3 you don't eventually do, but 1 or 2 should come out the winner, and pick one of those. Try it. And what is so cool about this whole new world of the internet, new mean 20 some years, is that you can try ideas very quickly, very inexpensively, many times free. And you're not having to, clear out your 401k to test this and hope it works. You're not having to go to a bank and borrow a ton of money and hope it works. You're not having to create a long business plan and then, borrow money and hope it works and pray and like, ooh, I hope this works, or otherwise we're going to be in big trouble. We're going to be eating rice and beans for a long time. No, what's so cool about these opportunities is you can try them very, very quickly, and you can test them really fast, and you can, kind of flow through them. And quickly and decide which one's the right one for me right now. But I would say just get started. Find one person, help them solve one problem, and your business will be on its way. So guys, I wanted to encourage you with that. I just know a lot of you, like, you want to start a business, you want to do something. Well, don't wait until the time is right. Don't wait until everything is perfect. Start today, do something today to get your business started. Love you guys. Have a blessed weekend.
You've been listening to Streams of Income with self-help author Ryan Rieger. From right here in the Dallas Metroplex, Ryan teaches several entrepreneurial courses and group coaching programs to students all over the world. Be sure to listen next week at the same time for Streams of Income with Ryan Rieger.